Wait, before you scroll past this video, you need to hear what just happened in Finland. The same court system that locked Simon Ekpa away for 6 years is now being forced to open his case again. And this time, the game has completely changed. I'm not here to give you propaganda. I'm not here to give you fake news. What I'm about to show you is backed by real court documents, real legal facts, and real timelines that many people don't want you to understand. So if you think this story is finished, you are very, very wrong. Stay with me. Because what is happening right now in April 2026 in a Finnish appeal court could change everything. Let me bring everyone up to speed, especially those who watched my last video on this matter. In November 2024, Simon Ekpa was detained by the Finnish National Bureau of Investigation on accusations of terrorist activities connected to Nigeria. On September 1, 2025, the Päijät-Häme District Court in Finland sentenced Ekpa to 6 years in prison for terrorism offences. The 3-member panel found him guilty of inciting terrorism and participating in the activities of a terrorist group. The court said he used his significant social media following to stoke tensions in Nigeria's southeast region between August 2021 and November 2024. He was also convicted of aggravated tax fraud and for claiming to be a practicing attorney without authorization. His supporters were devastated. His critics were celebrating. Nigerian government officials were already discussing extradition plans, but here is what most people missed. His sentence was not enforced during his right to appeal. By October 22, 2025, Ekpa had filed an appeal on the judgment of the district court and remained in remand detention. The fight was not over. It had only just moved to a higher court. Now here is where it gets interesting. Here is the good news that his supporters have been praying for. A spokesperson for the East Finland Court of Appeal confirmed that Ekpa had filed an appeal and that the hearing of the case would be held at the earliest in April and May 2026. Brothers and sisters, that time is now. As of this very moment, we are in April 2026. The appeal court hearing for Simon Ekpa is either happening right now or is days away. This is not a rumor. This is not social media propaganda. This is confirmed by the East Finland Court of Appeal, confirmed by Reuters, and confirmed by the official court timeline. This is the moment that changes everything. An appeal court is not just a rubber stamp. In Finland, the Court of Appeal is a full review. New arguments can be introduced. Evidence can be challenged. The original conviction can be reduced, modified, or in some cases overturned entirely. Think about what that means. The same system that sentenced him is now legally obligated to listen again, and Ekpa's legal team has had months, months, to prepare. They have studied every weakness in the prosecution's case. They have studied every argument the district court accepted that they believe was wrong. So when his supporters say this is good news, they are not lying. They are not spreading misinformation. The appeal hearing itself is the good news. Now let's be honest with ourselves, because this is where the controversy lies. On one side, you have Ekpa's supporters, Biafra activists, members of the BRGIE, and many Igbo people at home and in the diaspora who believe this man was persecuted. They argue that Finland was pressured by the Nigerian government to arrest and convict him. The Nigerian government, while reacting through the defense headquarters, stated that it was actively engaging with the European Union to seek Ekpa's extradition from Finland. So yes, Nigeria was involved. Nigeria was pushing. That much is documented. His supporters say, if a foreign government is lobbying for your conviction, can that conviction be truly independent? That is a legitimate legal question. And it is exactly the kind of question an appeal court is designed to examine. On the other side, you have the undeniable facts of what the district court found. Prosecutors presented substantial evidence of Ekpa's online activity and communications. The court found that he had used social media to coordinate and incite violence, targeting security agents and civilians in southeastern Nigeria. Real people were affected. Real communities suffered. That cannot be ignored either. So the question the appeal court must now answer is this: was the evidence strong enough? Were his rights protected throughout the process? And was a 6-year sentence proportionate to what was actually proven? That is not a question for social media. That is a question for judges, and those judges are now being asked. Let us zoom out, because this case is bigger than one man. What Finland did in convicting Simon Ekpa sent a signal across the world that online incitement of terrorism even from thousands of kilometers away, is a prosecutable crime under European law. That was unprecedented for an African political case. If the appeal court now reduces that sentence or finds procedural errors, it sends a completely different signal that the original trial may have overreached. That political pressure from a foreign government, in this case Nigeria, may have influenced a European judicial process. That would be explosive. And it would open the door to questions about every other case where a Western government acted on intelligence provided by African governments with questionable human rights records. Legal experts had raised concerns that Finland's decision could be influenced by Nigeria's human rights record, with one analyst noting that if Finland believed Ekpa's rights would not be protected in Nigeria, they may refuse any extradition request entirely. So even beyond the question of guilt or innocence, this appeal will define the boundary between European judicial independence and political cooperation with foreign governments. That is why every Igbo person, every Nigerian, every African watching democracy on this continent should care about what happens in that Finnish courtroom this April and May. I want to be clear about one thing before I end this video. I am not here to tell you Simon Ekpa is a hero. I'm not here to tell you he is a villain. That is not my job. My job is to give you the truth, the full truth, and let you think for yourself. The truth is he was convicted. The truth is he appealed. The truth is that appeal is being heard right now. And the truth is nobody, not the Nigerian government, not his supporters, not even his lawyers, knows how it will end. But one thing is certain. The Finland Court of Appeal has surprised everyone by opening this door again. And what comes out of it will have consequences far beyond one man in a Finnish prison. Watch this space. If you found this video useful, share it with 3 people who need to understand this case. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know what you believe should happen. And make sure you subscribe, because when that appeal ruling comes, I will be the first to break it down for you. This is the story, and it is not finished.